Eagles, they were in the Super Bowl 2 years ago. They were Super Bowl favorites going into last season. Shady, you are the all-time leading rusher, one of the most memorable players in franchise history. Jason Kelce literally said his favorite Super Bowl memory was the 2014 snow game when you, in the midst of all that snow, cut on a dime. So Kelce shouted you out during his presser. I watched the whole thing. But Shady, does Kelce's loss, does it close the Super Bowl window? Does it hurt the Eagles' Super Bowl chances? Let's start there.
Yeah, I think it hurts the offense for sure. And not only the offense, even the team, the leadership. When you look at the team that they had, Jalen Hurts was an emerging star. He was young, right? And I think you have guys like Kelce on the team, Lane Johnson, you got Fletcher Cox, BG. Some of the guys might not be there. And then you lose Kelce, your center, so it puts more pressure on the quarterback. So now even in the huddles or even on plays, you got to identify the mic or the slide protections to the protection. Kelce did a lot of that, right? To simplify it for you as a quarterback. Now I got to do that. So I had a bad year, I got to play better, and I got to do all the cadences and all the protection stuff, so that might have some type of impact on the offense. But then it's just playing ball. I think Kelce was the type of guy that you could depend on no matter what. Yeah. Where he might not be there, so I would truly encourage the Eagles, especially Howie Roseman, in free agency, go out there and get a center, right? I don't know if you want to get a young guy to start all over again. Get somebody that's smart, that's experienced, right? That maybe might not be the Jason Kelce, but be close enough where you don't have a drop-off. Because one thing about that center, man, you always want a great left tackle, but you want a good center because the center is the quarterback of the offensive line.
Shady, talk a little bit of the nuance, because you've played so many years, you've forgotten more football than most people know. So as you're talking, it seems easy to you, but it's complex. The quarterback, they can identify the mic, the middle linebacker. They can identify how to slide the protection. Or in some cases, the center, he can make all the calls for the protection to make sure the quarterback doesn't get sacked. Talk to me about the dynamic of Kelce now being gone in more basic terms.
So I'll give you a simple situation. So Mike Vick, when he came home from jail, right, he was rusty. He had to knock all the rust off. And our center was doing all the calls, right? So Mike had to look at the safeties, look at the secondary, what the coverage is and all that. And he looked at the center was doing all the protections. If I see a blitz coming, I'm alerting the line of scrimmage what's going on, the lineman, what's going on. So the quarterback doesn't have to worry about that. So now if you look at today's game with Jalen Hurts and Jason Kelce and all of us line, where there's times where the quarterback, Jalen Hurts, he doesn't worry about the pressures because I got my center there that's a veteran, that's smart, that knows exactly what's going on. He's a coach. So if I see a blitz off the edge, he's going to alert the whole line, right? He's going to alert me, but alert the whole line, so they take care of that. Well, now he's gone. Jalen Hurts has to worry about that now. So now not only am I worried about the plays that's called, what the defense is running, right, what the pressure is, what the adjustments are, what route combinations I got to tell my wide receivers. Now I got to worry about, if they're bringing pressure from hot, I got to alert my offensive line, and I alert my wide receivers. So that's just a lot going on in, 30 seconds? Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So I do think that that part of the game, the intelligence of Jason Kelce, and seeing so many different coverages, seeing so many different blitzes. One thing about learning this game of football that I've experienced from my rookie year all the way to my 12th year is that I've seen so many different pressures that I'm never surprised. Jason Kelce's seen more pressure than I've seen it, so he's never going to be surprised. You get a young lineman in there, a young center, ask him to have all the responsibilities, he's going to be surprised. Oh, my bad, coach, they brought this. I thought they were bringing that. Oh, I didn't see the blitz come. Because he's new at it. So I just think that make it affect the team. And then the last part is the leadership. There's times where, man, we have bad games back-to-back, and we need our leader to step up and talk to us. We need somebody to give us some hope, give us some faith. And he's that guy. Now he's gone. Who do you look to do that? Yeah. Scott, now this makes everyone on the team got to step up. From Jalen Hurts, now I need you to be more of a leader. I know you might not be as vocal. You might be more to yourself. That's dead now. We need you to be more with the people. Yeah. Well, I need you to speak more, yell more, talk more. Show me some passion, show me some emotion. Because Jason Kelce was giving you that. Jason can give you some F words, some great blocks, but then they give you some tears, right? And then he give you some encouragement. So they need all that in Philadelphia.
Yeah, this right here is tough. I think a lot of people don't understand how important the center is. Number one, Jason Kelce is even more important because he don't miss no games, right?
That's a big one.
As an offensive lineman, you are banging every single play. That's what you are doing. Pause. You are banging every single play, right? 300-pounders. So to be there every single game, year in and year out, that's what Jason Kelce was. Then on top of that, the communicating part of it. I'd never seen Aaron Rodgers rattle. Right. Until they came up in there and they say, Scott Wells, who was a really good center when we won the Super Bowl, and Corey Linsley, who was at the Chargers, a really good center. I ain't never seen him rattle until Coach McCarthy said, man, Corey ain't playing. Aaron like, man, okay, snap count. Like, they don't, like, the way quarterbacks use the cadence nowadays, the center, number one, got to identify everything. Number two, has to be on the same page with the quarterback. I remember when Corey Linsley was out, we were king of the free play, the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers created that, right? So it was times to where Aaron Green, 18 said, "Hot," and these boys jumping, he ain't hiking it. We all coming, But that's a new center in there that can really mess up everything if you are not on the same page. And then on top of that, it does take a lot off the quarterback. Now, if you Jalen Hurts and you're like, okay, I'm only worried about A.J. Brown and Smitty out here, get them the signals and all that. I'm not worried about the protection. Now you have to be on that protection, and you got to pick up all that. Then you got to signal out all that. It might slow down and hurt the way he plays, too. So we got to keep our eye out on this. I think this is going to hurt the Philadelphia Eagles because, number one, Jason Kelce was always there.
Always.
Hey, real quick, because I know you're a college guy. What year was Oregon in the playoffs, right? And three of their centers got hurt, right? They were at halftime. They were smoking this team because I had a parlay bet. I had an 18 parlay. Everything hit. And
was it 2014, Andy?
I don't know, but look, real quick.
No, it wasn't 2014.
No. I wasn't playing. I was out the league.
Oh, you out the league.
But look, 18 parlay. I was smoking all of it. I was winning, right? And at halftime, Oregon was killing this team, right? And then the centers all got hurt. I might have bet like $2,000 to win like something crazy. I'm counting the money. I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna buy that. The center got hurt. They was snapping the ball off schedule, offside. It was crazy.
That is.
That's how important the center is. I still remember this game.
Oregon in the playoffs. That was a good one. I don't know.
Herbert? Was it Herbert?
They was smoking this team, though.
Herbert didn't go to the playoffs.
Oh, Herbert didn't go to the playoffs?
Some things just never changes.
College, didn't go
high
to the
school.
playoffs?
Rose Bowl, senior year. Okay. Wisconsin.
Anyway, I just had to, that was a story one for Herbert. It was for how important the
And
center.
this definitely doesn't help. It's a beautiful dance what the offensive line does, and the center is the center of it all. The center runs all of it. It's very important. I said yesterday, nobody cares about offensive linemen until they mess up. We don't pay no attention to them. They're just supposed to do their job. They get no credit, block. If you give up a sack, now we know your name. If you jump off sides, now we know your name. If you mess up the snap, now we know your name. And the consistency of being there every single game matters as well. So they lost a lot. I would hope that they had some level of preparation, some inclination that this might be coming, so they're not completely caught off guard. But this is not a great situation for them to be in, especially coming off of, I wouldn't call it a dysfunctional year, but a disappointing year where there was a lot of moving pieces and a lot of questions about them being on the same page. So if nothing else, you're losing a big voice and leader in the locker room, and that matters as well.
The other question, though, is, James, you talked about an unstoppable play. The Eagles have the tush push, the brotherly shove, whatever you want to call it. Jason Kelce was at the center of that. Jalen Hurts, without that brotherly shove, you don't look good statistically.
15 of them boys. 15
of them. He almost broke your rushing record single season.
No, but that wouldn't count.
They would have.
No. Mine's a real touchdown. That don't count.
They would have counted them.
They would have yes.
Counted them things.
I know.
I'm glad they did.
You would have got the program, and
Exactly.
McCoy would have been number 2.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.